Charlie Kirk's sudden death has shaken America. On September 10, 2025, the conservative activist and founder of Turning Point USA was fatally shot while speaking at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. What began as a routine political event turned into a national tragedy that is now sparking debates about security, free speech, and political violence in the United States. In this video, we will explore who Kirk was, how the incident happened, what investigators have uncovered so far, and why his death carries such heavy implications for the future of American politics. Charlie Kirk was a household name for many Americans, particularly within conservative circles. Born in 1993, he rose to prominence as the founder of Turning Point USA, an organization aimed at mobilizing young conservatives and amplifying their voice on college campuses. Over the years, he became a fixture in right-wing politics, appearing frequently on television, radio, and at live events. Loved by some and criticized by others, Kirk built a reputation as a sharp debater and unapologetic defender of conservative values. His work earned him not just a following, but also significant controversy, which made him a target in America's polarized political climate. On the day of the shooting, Kirk was headlining an event called the American Comeback Tour. The setting was Utah Valley University, outdoors, with an estimated 3,000 attendees. It was meant to be a typical TPUSA rally featuring speeches, audience Q&A, and a message of conservative mobilization. For nearly 20 minutes, everything went as expected. Kirk took questions from the crowd, one of which touched on the subject of mass shootings in America. He responded, "Counting or not counting gang violence?" Those would tragically become some of his final public words. Moments later, gunfire erupted.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
The shooter had positioned himself on the rooftop of a nearby building, more than 140 yards away from the stage. Witnesses recall chaos erupting as the sound of the rifle cut through the event. Kirk was struck in the neck by a sniper-style shot. Emergency services rushed him to Timpanogos Regional Hospital, but the injury proved fatal. The shocking precision of the attack and the fact it was carried out in front of thousands instantly made national headlines. Within minutes, social media was flooded with stunned reactions, disbelief, and political speculation. The investigation moved quickly. Within 48 hours, police arrested 22-year-old Tyler James Robinson, a Utah resident.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
According to law enforcement, several pieces of evidence tied Robinson to the crime. Investigators recovered the suspected murder weapon, a rifle, wrapped in a towel bearing DNA that matched Robinson. His DNA was also found on a screwdriver discovered at the rooftop site, believed to be the shooter's position. These forensic links provided a strong case that Robinson was directly involved in Kirk's killing. Digital evidence added another disturbing layer. The FBI revealed that Robinson had a growing online obsession with Kirk. Reports suggest that he followed Kirk closely, studied his events, and even engaged in private online messages about him.
They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
During the manhunt that followed the shooting, Robinson allegedly joked with friends on Discord about being the suspect, demonstrating a chilling lack of remorse.
Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators.
Ultimately, Robinson was identified by a relative who recognized him in photos released by authorities. This tip led to his arrest, but so far he has not confessed, nor is he cooperating with investigators.
He's not cooperating, but all the people around him are cooperating, and I think that's very important.
As with any political assassination, the question of motive looms large. Law enforcement has confirmed that Robinson's family were registered Republicans, complicating the narrative that this was simply a politically motivated act from the other side of the spectrum. Instead, investigators suggest that Robinson developed a personal animosity toward Kirk that intensified in recent months. FBI sources have hinted at behavioral changes.
His family has collectively told investigators that he subscribed to left-wing ideology, and even more so in these last couple of years.
Noting that Robinson became increasingly volatile when political topics arose. Whether his actions stemmed from ideology, obsession, or a personal breakdown remains unclear. At this stage, the motive is not fully established, and authorities continue to dig through digital records, communications, and interviews to piece together the truth. The reactions to Kirk's death have been as polarized as his career. Political leaders across the spectrum condemned the killing. The governor of Utah described it as a political assassination, and many Republican figures, including Donald Trump, framed it as evidence of rising threats to conservative voices. Democrats and independents also expressed shock, condemning political violence in any form. Public discourse has since turned to the broader question of whether America is entering a dangerous era where ideological conflict is spilling into physical attacks on public figures. Commentators have noted that the intensity of modern political rhetoric can create an environment in which violence feels increasingly possible, if not inevitable. Despite the progress of the investigation, many uncertainties remain. Prosecutors will need to decide whether to pursue aggravated murder charges against Robinson and whether the death penalty is on the table. Investigators are still examining whether Robinson acted entirely alone or if others played a role in enabling his plan. The public is also waiting for definitive answers about his motives, which may come to light if diaries, messages, or confessions surface. Beyond the courtroom, there is the broader question of how America will respond. Will this tragedy drive the nation further apart, or will it encourage reflection about the dangers of political extremism and violent rhetoric? The circumstances of his death have already become a powerful reminder of the fragility of democracy when violence intrudes into civic life. For now, the search for answers continues and America watches closely.